Hello, everyone, and welcome to another edition of Capture the Magic Vacations in Conversation. We are so glad you've joined us tonight. I am joined this evening right now by Diane. Hi, Diane.
Hey, Brad, how are you?
Oh, I am doing really good. We're hoping to have some more of our Capture the Magic Vacation friends jump on with us throughout the night, but there are some internet craziness going on out there. So we hope that we have some friends that are able to join. But we want you to join in on the conversation as well. Go ahead, just say hello in the comments. We'd love to answer any questions that you may pop up throughout the night. And we'd love to feature your comments. So just even let us know where you're watching from, and that would be amazing. But tonight, to kick off and kind of a little get to know your Capture the Magic agent, our question of the night is, what is your favorite ride in Magic Kingdom? So, Diane, it's hard choice. Most rides in Magic Kingdom. What to you is sticking out as your favorite ride?
Oh, my favorite ride is probably Space Mountain. Uh,
Mm.
just a good old classic ride. It's always been one of my kids' favorite rides, so I have a lot of fun memories going on the ride with them. So I would have to pick Space Mountain. What about you? What's your favorite ride?
Yeah, no, Space Mountain, that 1975 classic, is definitely up there. Now, some people are going to argue with me what is a ride versus what is an attraction, but I'm going to say it's an attraction. And I'm going to say my favorite attraction ride experience at Magic Kingdom is the Country Bear Jamboree, bar none. Absolute favorite. Nothing is better than getting to hang out with the Bears who have been doing their show now for over 50 years at
They haven't
the.
aged a bit.
I know the
They're
band is
looking pretty
tighter
good.
than
Yeah,
ever.
yeah.
Yeah, so I love to hang out with some good friends, hear some good music. I mean, who can't? I can't say enough about "Mama Don't Whoop Little Buford," uh, all the guys who turn me on, turn me down, all the classic songs of the Country Bear Jamboree. You do not want to miss at all.
It's been a
Um,
long time since I've been there. I'm gonna have to put that at the top of my list to go back and check it out. It's been many years.
it has some of the best air conditioning and always that good mid-afternoon treat. So after you've done your Splash Mountain, your Big Thunder Mountain, and need a good break, just go over visit the Bears. It is the best ever, and the best part about it is you can't control this, but if you get in there with other fellow Country Bear Jamboree fans, it is an experience unlike any other when it
Oh, I
turns
bet.
into a sing along and there's clapping and stomping
Oh, that
and
that would be a blast.
yeah, yeah. So we'll see it. Country Bear Jamboree actually part of why I love it so much, outside of the kind of politically incorrect humor that's in it, is it was actually Walt Disney's last attraction that he had any part of developing. It was
Oh,
supposed to be part of his ski lodge that Disney was developing, and he and some of the Imagineers were working, looking at the sketches of the bears and stuff like that. So the attraction's actually considered Walt's last laugh, because he was looking through the illustrations of what they were going to build with these animatronic bears, and just thought the animations were hilarious, and he was laughing. And it was only just a few short weeks later when he passed on. So I think there's not a
never,
ton of Walt in Walt Disney World, and I think that is one of those connections back to the man himself. So
I never knew that.
yeah, so
I learned something new.
it's fun. We would love to hear your favorite attraction. So wherever you're watching from, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, jump in and put your favorite attraction in. We'd love to hear and feature your comment here in the chat. So, a lot of news coming out, a lot of developments starting up. The biggest news, I think, being that 2023 bookings I know I've had a lot of clients asking, "Hey, when can we book our packages for 2023?" Do you have that date that they finally released, Diane?
I believe it was June 8th. Is that right?
Okay, good. June. I knew it was early June, but this is we're dealing with breaking news coming in here,
Yeah. So
and
I think it was, yeah, bookings will begin June 8th. Yes.
yeah. So definitely, if you've been know that you want to go, I have a ton of people who are looking January 2023. So if you're one of my clients, Diane, if you have people reaching out to you asking about next year.
A few. I have had a few. Yes.
Yeah, so definitely, if you're one of those people that have reached out to Diane and has been asking, "Hey, when can I book?" And the most important part of why this is so important is technically you've been able to book a room only reservation for a while now. But when it comes to the travel agent world, we would prefer, and it's a lot easier for a multitude of reasons, which I'm sure we'll have to have a conversation down the road. We'll do a basics of how tickets work and how packages work, and this is what you want if you're going to Walt Disney World. You're probably wanting a room and a ticket, and this is the best way for many reasons. All my clients have already given the spiel, but this is the moment, June 8th. So call up Diane, call up Jackie, call up me, and say, "Hey, it's time to go." And especially if you're looking for a room with like a specialized, room category that may book up fast. If you have a unique traveling party, this is when you want to do that for sure. Diane, any other thoughts on looking ahead to bookings or things that I may have missed for 2023 or the rest of this year?
Just want everybody to know that even if you book now, when there's no promotions going on with those 2023 packages and rooms and stuff, if something comes up, we can still try to get that for you. It doesn't lock you out of any of those promotions. So if you know you're going to go, you might as well get it booked now, and hopefully they will release some promotions while you are going, and we can save you some money.
Yep, it's hard to tell right now because we still have such a backlog of travel of people who are pent up demand for travel down to where we're still seeing sellout days over and over again at the Orlando parks, especially, and Disneyland as well. So any of the U.S. parks has all this pent up demand, but so we'll have to see. We can only guess at when promotions come out, but I know Diane and myself and all of the other Capture the Magic agents, we are monitoring. The folks at Disney let us know when discounts are coming. And as soon as we get word of it, we are checking without you even having to reach out to us. We're checking for those discounts against your package and your dates and can make recommendations. And even if your particular room category doesn't fit, we can make adjustments and make sure that you get your best value. But the most important thing, especially if you're wanting to stay on property, is to go ahead and get that room reserved, period. And that's why we say, let's at least go ahead, get your room reserved, because we are having many weeks right now that on property availability is very limited. And
Definitely.
So I agree with Diane 100% that to get your at least your deposit in, part of the joy of with it being a package, no matter how long you're staying at Walt Disney World, it's only a $200 deposit, which is amazing. And it's totally refundable. But that at least gets your tickets and room set aside and ready for you to go. So
even if you haven't totally decided and you're on the fence, it's still good to go ahead and get that reservation in. You have up until is it back to 30 days, or are they back to 45 days before to cancel? I'm not sure if they went back to that 45-day mark or not. I know that with COVID for a while, they've made a lot of changes. So
yeah. The dates are changing, but you're at least 30 days. I know you'll have flexibility, and there's other things when you're working with the travel agent that we can do to help move things around. So your travel agent knows how to take care of you no matter what is happening.
Exactly.
In that world, for sure. for sure. So, other big news, we finally have a date for the newest ride at Walt Disney World opening right around the corner. Do you want to talk about what is coming to Epcot?
Sure. The Guardians of the Galaxy roller coaster is opening up in Epcot. I'm super excited for this one. I think Epcot has been lacking in attractions for quite some time. I think this is going to bring a lot of energy to the front of the parks. I know with all the festivals and stuff that are going on, World Showcase tends to get a lot of people, a lot of attractions, and things to do. But the front of the park is kind of lacking in what you can do. So this roller coaster sounds amazing. I'm super excited about it. It says it is the first ever reverse launch. Whatever that means, I'm super excited about it. I can only kind of imagine what that ride's going to be like. And it's supposed to be one of the biggest indoor coasters in the world, possibly. So I'm excited about that. And to get some of those Marvel and DC characters over into Disney World is going to be exciting as well.
Yeah.
What about you? What are your thoughts about the Guardians of the Galaxy?
The biggest thing that I think that why I am so excited about is because this is kind of the first phase of coming to completion of the reimagining of Epcot. If you've been in the since probably early 2020, I guess it was even before in 2019 is when much of Epcot had started transforming into this whole new world. You used to have two parts of Epcot: World Showcase and Future World. Future World is no more, and it's been divided up into different sections, new sections that are celebration based, like World Celebration and different new areas. And but the kind of pinnacle of this is this new attraction opening, Guardians of the Galaxy. uh, is a really fun franchise, bringing a lot of humor and a lot of kind of fun, and kind of harkens back to some of that old school technical Epcot, and definitely is really fun for sure in terms of adding some very modern to it, because for some reason Epcot people just seem to sometimes that's the part that they don't always want to bring the family to for some reason. But it really has become an essential part now, especially with the addition of this, with the Frozen Ever After ride, with the new Ratatouille ride that opened this spring, and
Yes,
now with Guardians of the Galaxy, it's going to become kind of a not miss, and I think is only the start of all the really exciting new things that are coming to Epcot for
I
sure.
agree. I think Epcot's going to be a very much fun place. I think it's really going to start coming to live at night. Looking at some of the drawings and stuff that they have, what they're going to be doing, I think it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yes, it's the definitely going to be a whole new Epcot. And there already is plenty of brand new things to see. There's new restaurants that have opened with Connections Cafe, and even Spaceship Earth was totally is now a park icon. I am so looking forward to seeing the beacons of magic that are on that. It's a whole new Epcot, whole new walk
New
around the park.
nighttime show. Yes, it is. It's got definitely has different vibes to it.
Yep. And also talking about changes at Disney, we had a little bit more breaking news come in this week. Some big changes to Genie Plus. I feel like Genie Plus was so new anyway. It continues to evolve in terms of what all is happening at Genie Plus. Do you have some of the details you can share about what's happened with Genie Plus and the shifts that they are making with it?
Yeah. So starting June 8th as well. Um, You'll no longer be able to purchase that Disney Genie Plus prior to your arrival at the park. It's going to be a day of type of a purchase. And my understanding is you have to purchase it um, each day. So each day you'd have to pick it up and purchase it for that particular day. If you want it for the next day, you would also have to get up the next day, and purchase it for that day as well. So it's going to be, you can purchase it one day at a time, the day of your park visit.
Yes. So if you don't know what Genie Plus is, if it's been a little while since you've been to the Walt Disney World Resort, in a nutshell, Genie Plus is their, I don't want to say front of the line pass, but is the equivalent to what you'd see at your local, like here at Cedar Fair parks. It's called Fast Lane. At Universal Studios, it's called Express Pass. At Disney, it used to be called Fast Pass and Fast Pass Plus. It has recently shifted in the past year to a new option called Genie Plus, which is a paid service that you can pay to be able to access certain attractions through the Genie Plus line. We probably are going to have a full deep dive into Genie Plus and everything with that, and some strategies and things. But in the meantime, talk to your Capture the Magic agent. And Diane, I know, has all the details on what you'll need to do. We'll set you up for when you should use Genie Plus. And there's a lot of conversations going on and that we may can dig into in the future about if it's needed every single day of your trip. At some parks it is, some parks it's not. Some people are saying it's a whole world. Talk to your travel agent and we'll dig in and get you set up for success, which Jackie is commenting here. Hi, Jackie. Jackie was supposed to join us tonight, but her internet decided to just blow up. So thank you for saying hi. And everybody in the Jackie group, make sure when you have questions about all these amazing things, booking and stuff, reach out to Jackie here, and she will love to get you set up. So hi to all the people watching in Jackie's group. We were trying to have Jackie. She was ready to go, so excited about that. So, so be it fall, winter, or 2023, give Jackie a shout, all you Jackie fans. We love Jackie and look forward to having her on a show shortly. So before we talk all night about Genie Plus, I'd love to dive into our main topic, which now is the time. If you have not already booked an experience at down in Orlando this fall, now is the time to do it. Tickets are available, but I thought maybe we could get a little taste of everything that's going on at the Walt Disney World Resort and beyond here in Orlando. So let's watch. There it is. It's hard to kind of think about fall, but in Orlando, fall starts super early, and it is now time to start talking and making those final fall plans, because anybody who is a seasoned Disney pro, you talk to them about their favorite time of year at Walt Disney World, and more and more and more, you are finding more people saying that fall is their favorite season at the resort. And yes, there's a lot of spooky fun, like you just saw. There are a lot of Halloween celebrations, but there is so much more. So Diane, when you think of fall at the Walt Disney World Resort, what is kind of the things that stick out to you when you think of going into the magic in the quote unquote fall at Walt Disney World. And I'll say why quote unquote in a minute. So,
I just the way they transform the parks in general, and decorate it for fall, the decorations, the music, all kind of changes. Sometimes you kind of forget it's still 90 degrees and that you're actually experiencing the fall time with every. They just do such a great job with that. But um, most definitely, a couple of my favorite things to do is the Food and Wine Festival over in Epcot is going on in the fall. Some great food and drinks and stuff over there to enjoy, but also the Halloween party. They they tend to do it right. Again, at Disney with this Halloween party, it's for all ages. It's not scary. It's just a lot of fun. Um, and just being in Disney in the fall time is just great. So, what about you? What are some of your things that you like to do in the fall?
yeah, no, I think you hit the nail on the head just talking about how things transform. And as you saw in the video, just the ambience of Main Street, how it kind of comes alive with hundreds of jack o' lanterns everywhere. The fall bunting comes out, which uh, just when you walk in the day and it is transformed, you feel like you're entering into a whole different world. And kind of like what Diane was alluding to, is Walt Disney World makes the transformation to fall as soon as July ends, and in very early August is when the park transforms. Which August is still definitely summer, still definitely over 90 degrees and full
Very warm,
humidity.
yes.
Yes, but there is such a demand for all of these fall activities, like what Diane was just explaining, to where Disney starts all of the celebrations in August, especially Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party, which begins in mid August. And the idea just hurts some people's heads of the idea of celebrating Halloween in September, let alone August. But it is such a fun party. Disney gets the party started that early because there is such a demand for this event, that it gives people, and I know all the Orlando locals come out to it because it is the next level fun party. And I know we kind of talked about it briefly when the event, when we knew that it was right around the corner and we had an on sale date for tickets. Now tickets are on sale. And I think we have some pricing examples and stuff for that Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party. Let's go ahead, if we can. Let's just give a quick overview of how that works, and then we'll kind of dig into some of the other excitement.
Yes, so the party actually starts. The first one is on August the 12th. It runs on select nights until Halloween night on October 31st. Um, it is the depending on what night you want to go. The prices vary. They the starts out $99 per person, and it goes up to the most obviously the most expensive night, the night that is most in demand. It could cost you up to $199 per person to do that. So depending on what night you want to go, um, they the party officially starts at 7 o'clock and it goes to midnight. Is that correct? Midnight is what it's back to. Um, and it is just for the people who have booked the Halloween party starting at 7 o'clock. Everybody else has to leave the park. They limit how many people they allow to purchase tickets so that it's a lower crowd. Um, and it's definitely worth it um, to be able to get in there and have less lines in all the rides. Um, Not to mention all the little fun extras that they do for the just for the party. So They do allow you to come in a little bit early. 4 o'clock, they allow you to start coming in for the party guests. So from 4 to 7, you can share the park with everybody. And then at 7 o'clock, anybody who has not purchased a party ticket must leave the park.
Yeah, it is a what in the Disney World is called a hard ticket event, meaning your regular daytime ticket into the park does not let you get in, basically. So if you have a regular ticket for the day, you have to leave at 7. If you have a not so scary Halloween party ticket, you can enter the park at 4, and you're with the day guests between 4 and 7, and then at 7, all the other guests are sent out, and then you have the rest of the night to yourself. But there's definitely, and at 7 o'clock, literally, there's like a switch that's turned on. The music changes in the park. There is special lighting everywhere, and this kind of party atmosphere emerges. Costume policy is suspended for party guests, so people wear different costumes, and it's almost a people watching spectacle of watching people and families that all get dressed up in different costumes, and some of them arguably are Disney level quality costumes that people are wearing. And there is a special Halloween fireworks display. In years past, you basically get 2 different firework displays that they would present the normal fireworks right at park close. No. Sorry, that was with the after hours party. With the not so scary party, you would have to go to a different park if you were a day guest to see fireworks. And the only way to see fireworks that day is to have the party ticket and attend, because they are special fireworks that are what are called perimeter fireworks, meaning all around the Magic Kingdom, the fireworks go off during this display. So it's on a lot larger scale than most of your regular fireworks activities. And so it makes it a big draw for that. And Diane, I think you may have something that can remind us of probably what everybody's favorite part of the party is.
So what is
Yeah, that is the Boo to You parade soundtrack, which is the highlight for most people of the parade. It is probably the number one parade in all of Walt Disney World. It definitely competes. If you're a Christmas person, you'd probably say the Christmas parade is number one, and it's the longest parade, but right behind that comes the Boo to You parade. You will be singing that Boo to You in your head for the rest of the evening when you're at Mickey's Not So Scary, because it is catchy, but really one of the most wow parades that Disney does. And I know people who it's ran twice a night during the party. People will go see both of the showings of it. Diane, the other party highlights for you, or we know everybody loves Boo to You. Things that stand out there, or other aspects of the party?
They do trick or treating. So they give out bags to all the party guests. At 7 o'clock, they have stations throughout Disney or Magic Kingdom, and you could go trick or treating. And when we've went, I think we've only hit up maybe 2 or 3 stations and came back with a huge bag of food or candy. Um, so they by all means, they're very generous with their candy, and it's always the good candy too. We never got any of the cheap stuff. It's always the good chocolate, and we've always enjoyed taking that candy back, and we snack on it our whole trip while we were there at Disney World. So that's always fun. We've always enjoyed that. We have also just enjoyed being at the parks later at night. I mean, not very often do the parks stay open until midnight. During the busier times, they do. So I won't say that that you have to go to a party to get there late at night, but it's just Something about being at the parks at night when there's not very many people there, um, not near as hot, not near as crowded, and that's always been one of our fun things to do as well. And you talked about the fireworks. A lot of times we have taken the advantage of even lower lines during the fireworks, and you can get on some of those rides and still be able to see the fireworks while you're riding the rides, which is something that doesn't happen very often. We have great memories of riding the Barnstormer with the kids and watching the fireworks over the castle, and that all happened during one of the Halloween parties. Um, they have special food um, specifically for the Halloween party that you can only buy, special cupcakes, special drinks, just everything that they do during the party just really makes it feel special.
Yeah, there's enough to do at the party to where many, and I'd say a good percentage of the people who go actually don't go on any rides or anything the whole night because they are focused on the trick or treating, like you said, uh, the uh, ambiance, the parades. There is a show on the castle stage that has become like the must see thing in the fall. If you're a Hocus Pocus fan, the Sanderson sisters have a celebration that they do, which is probably the top stage show that Disney has ever done. Which is a really interesting. So if you're a Hocus Pocus fan, it's a not miss. So it is a great alternative, especially I'd say if you're going and you are wanting to add a second Magic Kingdom day. This is a great way to do that because you basically can almost have a full park day, 8 hours in the park when you get in at 4 and going till midnight to where you can hit all of the highlight rides that you may have missed your first day because the waits usually are a little bit shorter with it being so many people. It's reduced capacity in the park, and so many of the people are focused around the fireworks, the parade, the shows, the special food, the trick or treating. The biggest problem with the party is you have 8 hours, but how do you fit it all into 8 hours? And you really have to pick and choose what you want to do. So I think it's a phenomenal event, and I can't wait to take the whole family. I've been a few times, me and my wife has gone, but now my kids are at the age that I think they'll really appreciate it and be able to actually stay up late enough to not to get the full experience of the party for sure. So it's definitely fun.
Another thing I enjoy about the party too is seeing the characters dressed up. So that's always fun to see how they're going to be dressed up for Halloween. Um, uh, Always a fun time there as well. So they're always a little bit different on what they do and how they dress up, and um,
And
enjoy
they're
that.
characters that you don't usually get to see either, like
Very true.
Jack and Sally, or don't normally meet in the parks, but usually they're at the Halloween party. Other rare characters, so definitely if that's your thing.
A lot of
And
times the different villains come out
yeah,
that you don't ever really get to see any other time, but during the Halloween party. So yes, very cool.
and we haven't got confirmation this year, but the last couple years they did the Halloween party because this is the first time it's come back since 2019. Is in 2019 they did have some attractions that had some special Halloween magic thrown in. So Pirates of the Caribbean had a lot of interesting Halloween things. So we'll have to see what they do this year, and if that returns, we're still waiting to see. So, but it's going to be really exciting to kind of see what is going on. But speaking of parties, it's not just Walt Disney World Resort that has special Halloween offerings out at Disneyland. The fall is super special, and they have Mickey's Halloween party at Disneyland Park in years past, but that is no more. They actually now do an event called the Oogie Boogie Bash, which is at Disney's California Adventure, which many say is one of the top events Disney does. There are a lot of special things that they do, including a special parade and different things that really transform that California Adventure Park in Disneyland, and it's things that we've never seen before. It's almost it's not adult oriented, but it's a little bit more creepy, a little bit more spooky ambiance that they have for that. But the big thing is that if you are looking at going to Disneyland in the fall and want to add one of those parties, definitely let your travel agent know, because they sell out faster than any other event. And you need to have us ready to make those reservations for you as soon as those tickets are released. Also, if you are looking to take a cruise on Disney Cruise Line, the Halloween Fun kind of translates onto Disney Cruise Line. I haven't been able to take one of the Halloween on the High Sea cruises yet.
I have not either.
Yeah,
they look and sound a lot like they'd be a lot of fun.
Yeah, they totally transformed the atrium on the Dream and the Fantasy, and overnight it becomes this kind of storytelling thing. So if you're a real fan of everything that you've just heard Diane talk about with the villains and stuff like that, definitely you may want to consider a Halloween on the High Seas cruise on Disney Cruise Line for sure. So much fun and spookiness in the fall. But, there are other things as well. And I know we're going to have to get back together soon to dig into the finer things, because it's not just candy in the fall at Walt Disney World, food and wine and all the things that you mentioned earlier, Diane. That's the stuff that is my favorite parts of the fall at Walt Disney World Resort, outside of the cooler temperatures. But what any other thoughts on fall at Disney or any other place?
I just think that Universal also has lots of fun things to do for the fall. There's other Busch Gardens, I believe, has other things. So, if you enjoy the fall, Orlando is a great place to go down and enjoy all those fall Halloween type experiences.
Yep. And I will say, if you're looking to go in October, October is now becoming one of the busiest months of the year at Walt Disney World, especially if you're looking to stay at an Epcot resort area. Almost all of them are booking up extremely quickly because of the popularity and how Food and Wine Festival has become iconic. And I think it's going beyond food and wine. I think people have identified October now as being not the crowds that you have to deal with at Christmas, but the temperature is at least tolerable in October for many people. And so that's becoming definitely, I think, a very popular season to go, which is interesting. It's kind of yin and yang. September is the least attended month in Orlando, with school starting back up. It's not an easy time for most people to travel. So if you're wanting the best deals and stuff like that, and you are flexible, September's the way to go. But just a warning, fall break has become such a thing. October can be a real challenge. So definitely, if you're going, go ahead and get your reservations in for the fall. Is that something you've experienced before, Diane, when you've been working with clients in the fall?
Yes, definitely. I have several clients going already, have scheduled for October, and they scheduled several months ago, knowing that. So it's it is getting very full for October.
Yep. A lot of people will be booking way out in advance, and I think some people will actually be booking fall 2023 when those dates drop. If they want specific rooms at like Beach Club Resort, Yacht Club, Boardwalk, or resorts on the Skyliner like Pop Century is very popular in the fall because
Art
of
of
the value.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes,
Yep.
definitely.
Any of those Skyliner resorts, because they can get you to Epcot. And so that's we're almost late to the party, but just because tickets and the news and everything now. But even if you're looking at going this summer, going this winter, definitely talk to your travel agent, start looking at what is still available. And if you're eyeing that trip for next year, definitely reach out to Diane or Jackie, your favorite Capture the Magic travel agent, and let them know. So final thoughts tonight before we wrap up, Diane?
Just that you've got me so excited about talking about all this fall. I'm ready to get back. What about you?
Yeah, no, I am almost. It's so weird that it's literally today was the first day we hit 90 here in North Carolina, and we're going to be close to 100 tomorrow. And
Oh,
so I may be
Florida
sooner.
weather.
Yeah, I may be thinking of fall soon because the heat is on, but it's never too early to start talking about taking your next adventure to the Florida theme parks. And I'm so glad, Diane, that you mentioned the other parks because be it SeaWorld, Universal, Legoland, any of those different properties, Capture the Magic Vacations were certified with SeaWorld. We're all Universal resort specialists and everything, and would love to help you because that's what Diane and I did last fall. We headed to Universal. So definitely watch our conversation from our fall time at Universal in 2 weeks ago's episode. But in the meantime, I guess stay cool and enjoy. And reach out, shoot Diane a message, Jackie a message, or myself. Reach out to us, and we would love to help you for whatever travel and beyond. I actually recently was helping people set up a fall retreat, but they were not trying to avoid the heat. They're headed to St. Lucia. And so if you're looking at sandals or any sort of destination like that, reach out to us as well because we'd love to help you in that way for sure. So fall in St. Lucia, that would be nice.
That would be nice.
Who needs falling leaves when you have palm trees? So, well, thanks
Exactly.
so much for joining us, Diane and Jackie. Hi, so glad you're there and got to see us. Bye to all of our friends with Jackie, and y'all have a great night. We'll talk to y'all later.
All right. See ya. Bye.
All right.